What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Bruno with Coach Bruno's Corner. Just a quick recap over the fight that just ended earlier, which was Errol Spence Jr. versus Tszyu. So I'm one of those guys that, like, if I'm wrong, I like to eat a slice of humble pie. Think it goes a long way for you as a person. So my prediction was wrong. Tszyu ended up winning this fight, and congratulations to him. He had to do what he had to do to win. But most importantly, I'd like to say just thank you, Errol Spence. I think a lot of times people don't really get to appreciate a fighter until they're gone. And I think that there was a lot of people, a lot of new fight fans over these last 3 years for sure, who I think they just never really got to witness the greatness that Spence was. The last outing, they seen him against Terrence Crawford, and the fight went the way it went. It was definitely not the performance a lot of Spence fans and stuff expected. I mean, even people who weren't necessarily Spence fans didn't think it was going to be the way it was. And so I think that if you've only seen him live from that fight until now, you never really got to appreciate how great Errol Spence really was. And I would like to say I would retract one thing I said prior when I said I don't think Errol Spence did anything great, but he did everything good. I would say his body punching. That was one thing I forgot to mention. I think he was just a great body puncher. I think he even showed flashes tonight. He looked really good in some spots in the fight, and he, even stole a couple rounds in my opinion. And but like he said at the end, he answered some questions for himself, and he's ready to ride off in the sunset and start a new life with his family and hang up the gloves. And as a family man myself, I can't do anything other than tip my hat to him and wish him well and many blessings for his future endeavors, in which I'm sure he'll be just fine. And life is so much bigger than just sports. But I wish that his farewell fight could have been over here instead. But, that's just the selfishness that we fans wish, right? But I'm sure, he let out everything he had to let out. And again, like he said, he answered some questions. He dug deep. He faced adversity in that fight. Early on, it didn't look good, especially in that first round. Maybe even the first 2 rounds. I thought he really did good in 3 and 4. And then, throughout that fight, he had spurts. But he showed heart. He showed what a champion is made of. That he was able to go out on his own terms, and he didn't get stopped. And it's sad. You're sad because you're getting to see a legend. Somebody that you admired in the ring step away. And that's just how it is in the sports world. Nobody fights forever. Nobody plays forever. At one point, Father Time comes for all of us. And so thank you, Errol Spence Jr., and may God bless you moving forward, and I'll catch y'all on some other videos.